The Saudi Arabian capital of Riyadh is preparing to host a high-stakes meeting. Senior US and Russian officials are set to convene in the coming week. This gathering is not just another diplomatic exchange, it's a crucial step towards a potential summit. Former US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin may meet face-to-face. The timing is critical. Officials aim to finalize a date for the summit before Ramadan commences in March. The world watches with bated breath. The potential summit carries immense weight. It signifies a renewed attempt at dialogue between two global powers. Relations have been strained, particularly since Russia's actions in Ukraine. This meeting, however, hints at a thawing of the ice. It's a chance to address pressing global issues and perhaps chart a new course for US-Russia relations. The choice of Riyadh as the meeting point is deliberate. Saudi Arabia, a key player in the Middle East, has positioned itself as a neutral ground. This neutrality is vital given the sensitivities surrounding the planned summit. Riyadh offers a space for open dialogue, away from the glare of traditional diplomatic arenas. The Saudis are not mere hosts, they are active facilitators. Their diplomatic expertise, honed through years of navigating regional complexities, will be crucial in fostering a conducive environment for talks. The upcoming Riyadh meeting is more than just a precursor to a summit, it's a litmus test. The world will be watching to see if these talks can achieve tangible progress. The stakes are high, and the outcome remains uncertain. Yet the very fact that these talks are happening is a glimmer of hope in an increasingly uncertain geopolitical landscape. The world waits with anticipation to see what unfolds in Riyadh. As US and Russian officials prepare to meet in Riyadh, the ongoing war in Ukraine casts a long shadow over the proceedings. The conflict, now raging for over 2 years, has claimed countless lives and destabilized the region. It has also driven a wedge between Russia and the West, shattering any semblance of post-Cold War peace. Finding a resolution to this conflict is arguably the most pressing item on the agenda for both sides. The potential Trump-Putin summit, if it materializes, will be the first direct engagement between the two leaders since the war began. This in itself is significant. Dialogue, even at the highest level, has been virtually non-existent, replaced by a war of words and escalating sanctions. The summit offers a rare opportunity to break this deadlock and explore avenues for peace. Both sides have vested interests in seeing an end to the conflict, albeit for different reasons. For Russia, the war has brought about crippling economic sanctions and international isolation. While Putin has shown no signs of backing down, the conflict's toll on the Russian economy is undeniable. A negotiated settlement, one that secures Russia's interests while allowing it to save face, would be a welcome outcome. For the US, ending the war is crucial for stabilizing Europe and reaffirming its commitment to NATO allies. The conflict has also diverted US resources and attention away from other pressing global challenges. The path to peace in Ukraine is fraught with obstacles. Deep mistrust, conflicting objectives, and the involvement of multiple actors complicate any potential negotiation. Yet the Riyadh meeting offers a glimmer of hope. It's a chance, however slim, for both sides to come to the table and explore whether a negotiated settlement is possible. The world waits with bated breath, hoping that this time dialogue will triumph over conflict. While the potential Trump-Putin summit is ostensibly aimed at ending the war in Ukraine, the preparatory process has sparked anxieties in Kiev. Ukrainian President Zelensky has expressed concerns over being sidelined. The lack of full transparency regarding the Riyadh meeting has fueled these anxieties. Zelensky fears that deals might be struck without Ukraine's direct involvement, potentially undermining Ukrainian interests. Europe's absence from the preparatory talks further complicates the situation. European leaders, already uneasy about being excluded from this crucial diplomatic effort, are left to grapple with the implications. The potential for a US-Russia agreement that fails to address European security concerns is a major worry. France, in particular, has been vocal in its criticism, emphasizing the need for a unified European response to the Ukraine crisis. This exclusion highlights a broader geopolitical trend, the perceived sidelining of Europe in matters of international security. The US, under the Trump administration, has often pursued unilateral approaches, downplaying the importance of multilateral consultations. This approach has strained transatlantic relations, leaving Europe feeling increasingly marginalized on the world stage. The separate meeting of European leaders, convened by French President Macron, underscores this growing rift. While presented as a show of European unity, It also exposes the underlying tensions and anxieties surrounding the US-led initiative. The Ukraine crisis, once seen as an opportunity for transatlantic cooperation, has instead revealed the cracks in the Western alliance. As the world anticipates the potential Trump-Putin summit, the spotlight falls on Saudi Arabia, the chosen venue for these high-stakes negotiations. The kingdom, long a pivotal player in the Middle East, has increasingly positioned itself as a neutral ground for resolving international disputes. This role is particularly crucial given the current geopolitical climate, marked by heightened tensions and a lack of trust among global powers. Saudi Arabia's neutrality stems from its unique position in the international system. It maintains strong ties with both the US and Russia, carefully balancing its strategic interests. This balancing act has drawn criticism in the past, but it also grants the kingdom a degree of leverage and influence that few other nations possess. Riyadh's ability to engage with all sides makes it an ideal mediator in conflicts where dialogue has stalled. The choice of Saudi Arabia as the meeting place is not merely symbolic. The kingdom has invested considerable diplomatic capital in cultivating its image as a peace broker. It has played an active role in mediating regional conflicts, leveraging its economic clout and diplomatic networks to facilitate dialogue and de-escalate tensions. This experience in conflict resolution will be invaluable in the context of the upcoming talks. The success of the Riyadh meeting, however, hinges not only on Saudi Arabia's neutrality, but also on the willingness of all parties involved to engage in good faith. The kingdom can provide the platform for dialogue, but it cannot force a resolution. The onus ultimately lies on the US, Russia, and Ukraine to seize this opportunity and work towards a peaceful settlement. The world watches, hoping that Saudi Arabia's neutral ground can serve as a bridge in these turbulent times.